Meeting final for the Classic Hot Rods. Scheduled for 25 laps, although hopefully Nelly may have negotiated for 30. So it's going to be a clutch start. 271, Jamie Johnson. Whole man. Starting from the B grade. A grade really, because there's a gap to the blue tops because
the racetrack. Will be 60 years old next Sunday. 60 years old.
See, told you. Anyway, as I was saying, A grade drivers with the absence of number 10 Paul Bowring in this meeting final. So Daz Owen and Daniel Holden are there. Now, because of his race wins in the heats tonight, Stu Donald has gone back to the front of the start grade, and he is alongside 445 Graham Boyd. On the inside, 924 Stu Wright, 333 Lee Wood, 172 Colin Hitch, and 29 Phil Gamboni, 30 Jamie Bowring.
He is the one and only Robert Montagna.
Oh, it's good to see that Rob's made it out at long last. Good for Rob. So we'll be starting from the B grade. So at the back, the superstar men. 16 Pat Smith, 144 Tim Foxlow, and 20 Dave Fry, with 121 Charlie Shembry, your technical novice, although he isn't exactly a novice. Good to see that 10 Paul Bowring has in fact made it out. So he'll be joining Robert Montagna in the B grade starting position.
He's done a 70-mile round trip, we understand, to get the parts he needed to get back here to the stadium. And Robert would like to say a very big thank you to all the mechanics and everybody who helped him get on the track.
So there's Montagna.
So Robert, enjoy your race. We're glad to see you out there. Robert Montagna.
There we are, Paul Bowring. And as the commentator here at Ipswich had said, we will be doing some warm-up laps, hopefully to disperse the dust before we settle down to the clutch start for this feature race tonight here at Ipswich, the Classic Hot Rod Final. Wow, look at the dust that Jamie belches up there. We're going to have to clear this dust, guys. Oh my goodness, and they can't even see. I think it's going to be a somewhat foggy looking final. Profile shot of them coming down the home straight though. Remarking to the drivers tonight in the pits, they've all been pretty delighted with this meeting. It's always great to open up the throttles on these cars and really give them a bit of exercise on a bigger track. They really enjoy it here at Ipswich, and I think on balance the crowd have really enjoyed seeing them as well. Certainly been the stars of the night, overshadowing the normally ever popular bangers. But Stu Donald, the winner of the two heats, has put on a great show, and certainly the crowd here at Ipswich have certainly appreciated that. And equally, Jamie Johnson has told me in the pits that he enjoyed racing against Stu as well. So we'll keep an eye early on with the star men before we slot back to take up the leaders in this hot rod final. Let's just see them go when they drop the green. around a bit more closely. Lee Wood there, Stu Donald, Graham Boyd, Daz Owen, Daniel Holden, Ron Montanga, Paul Bowring, Jamie Johnson, keep a good eye on the starter. Don't let them get too hot, boys. Ready? Straight he comes. Ron Montanga second place. Paul Bowring on the inside goes Dan Holden. Number 8, Daz Owen is there. And here comes the gaggle of Starmen. Gamponi going wide. Jamie Bowring has made a good start. But ahead Lee Wood has done as well. Oxlow finding himself at the back. Battle on there between the Starmen. Brad Smith looking to get the points. As tonight's meeting is making the points championship for the Classic Hot Rods closer and closer. It changes every meeting. Closing, 161 Dan Holden moving into second place on turn 3. Great battle for 4. Number 8 Darren Owen against 29 Stu Donald, the man who will be celebrating his 60th birthday next weekend, looking for the treble tonight. So here's the battle for the lead then. And Montanga and Holden now on the inside of Johnson and Dan Holden, who's yet to win this season. Oh, and look at Montanga. In fact, all 5 now, really close. Look at that for a train. There's a gap between the first 5 battling for this final and the chasing red tops. Jamie Johnson holding on. How longer can he hold? Great battle between Darren Owen and Stu Donald. So where we wait for the gap. And it's a huge gap. It's a huge gap between the lead drivers and the chasing pack. And it will be halfway next time. But this is what it's all about. These are the lead men battling for the final tonight. And Jamie Johnson really does want to hang on, as he has his own gaggle of supporters here with him this evening. This is making it really fascinating. Donald still JJ can hold out Holden. Holden's going for the outside. Montanga on the inside. Darren 8 looking for the gap in car 8. And the gap, well, Hitch has broken away. He's trying to bridge the gap, and the rest of the drivers behind. And an even bigger gap to Foxlow and Phil Gamboni. They are really out of the hunt tonight. So looking for the leaders instead. And still Jamie Johnson has it. It's an excellent final this. Oh, a little bit of sideways there. Holden. A little bit of a push. But it's only a slight nudge. This is Robin, and Robinson is racing. Frustratingly still in fifth is 29 Stu Donald, trying to find every way around he can, but into the break comes 172 Colin Hitch into the top 6. Here we go again. Still everybody holds station. How much longer can this last? Oh, JJ sliding and Holden trying to get through. Jamie Johnson knows he's holding the pack now. He really must. But he's the lead driver. He's not been blue flagged. He's holding the line. Just trying to make his car as wide as possible. Oh, and here comes Hitch now. Oh! And that was the incident. Colin Hitch and Stu Donald tangled. Into the fence they go, and I just hope the damage is not too serious. I really hope it isn't, because that was brewing up to be a tremendous final. And Hitch caught the curb, lost it slightly as he went into the side of Stu Donald. Stu Donald went to the plating, and oh, I do hope they haven't got too much damage. I really do. Stu's front end. Never mind, Stu, that's racing. It's a shame. What a shame. Changes the complexion of the final low again, as Jamie Johnson still resolutely holds that lead place ahead of 161 Dan Holden, 22 Rob Montanga, and number 8 Daz Owen. Now look at them. Dave Owen, car 20, moves up. The gap has been closed. 445. Rain Boyd is there. 924. Stu Wright. 30. Jamie Bowring. 16. Pat Smith. 333. Lee Wood. Colin Hitch out of contention. And at the back, 244. Phil Gamboni. 144. Phil Foxlow. Tim Foxlow. And number 10. Paul Bowring. Well, this has made a fantastic promise for the return of racing. Not so many laps left now. Johnson really wants this. Dave Fry though, he's close now. And Dan Holden desperate to try and find a way past. Not quite the usual suspects tonight, it has to be said. Always good to see new winners. And it certainly does balance itself out in this classic sport of classic hot rods. And we go away again. Can Holden grab it? Or can Johnson hang on? Well, there's a bit of breathing space between them and third. And Holden is going for it big time. battle is on for the lead. And can Johnson hold it? Fascinating racing. Johnson, 271, leading from flag to flag, but by golly, didn't he have to battle for it? A fantastic, fantastic, classic hot rod final here at Ipswich Stadium. There is your winner, 271, Jamie Johnson from 161, Dan Holden, 22, Rob Mantanga, and 20, Dave Fry. Oh, don't forget, Daz Owen was in there as well, so it could have been Daz Owen in 4th and Dave Fry in 5th. But, listening to an appreciative crowd, Jamie Johnson, the winner of the meeting final. To Jamie Johnson, winner of tonight's meeting final, and shake of hands from Stu Donald. Congratulations.
Down here